Good morning, God's beloved. I have a special story for you this morning. This story has a lot of questions. I wonder if you have more questions after hearing this story, or if maybe you can answer these questions. I'm not going to read the whole story. Maybe someday I will read the rest of it. The story today is called God's Paintbrush. Sometimes I think the clouds are made of white balls of cotton yarn, God's way of painting pictures in the sky. And then a big wind comes and blows the pictures away, like a giant eraser. A sunbeam peeked in my window this morning and painted a rainbow on my wall. I think the sunbeam is God's paintbrush dipped in a watercolor sea, painting clouds and coloring our world. What color would you paint the world today? Sometimes I imagine that when it gets very dark at night, the flowers, trees, mountains, and oceans are afraid. I wonder if God made the stars for them to go to bed with, and the moon to be their nightlight. When are you afraid? What makes you feel better? When the wind blows warm, making grass, trees, and flowers dance, it makes my hair brush against my face. I think the wind is God's breath moving through the world, making it come alive. I think that God's breath moves through me too. That makes me special, having a little bit of God inside me. That makes everyone special, having God's breath inside them. We can make words and music with God's breath. What kind of words and music does God's breath make? Walking home this afternoon, I heard the wind whistle, a dog bark, a bird chirp, a baby cry. All these sounds, some soft, some loud, they are God's song. If you sang a song to God, what would you sing? When I go to bed at night, I sleep on cool cotton sheets. I hold a soft, furry teddy bear, very close. My mom gives me a big kiss, and her cheeks feel warm and soft. My dad gives me a big hug, and his face feels scratchy, but good. All these good feelings, I think, are God's touch. What does God's touch feel like to you? How can you help God's touch? God touch the world. The world revolves around the sun. The planets spin far out in space. Stars sparkle and meteors shoot light through the sky. I think they are God's dance, God's way of keeping the world turning. When I help a friend, when I make someone smile, I think I am part of God's dance. Can you dance God's dance? What would it look like? Sometimes on a bright day, when I close my eyes real tight, I see all kinds of colors, green and purple and red and blue. I think these are just like God's colors. I know God's colors are in me too. And I can paint with God's paintbrush. You are a beloved child of God. Go in peace.